heard the level of confidence there from Blue Origin. Would you echo that? How confident are you that Blue Origin and Jeff Bezos will pull this off tomorrow?
Well, Emily, I've actually been down to Van Horn. Previously, on one of the earlier flights, our Silicon Valley Space Center flew a payload through the NASA Flight Opportunities Program. My firsthand experience is that the team that Jeff has put together is extremely professional. But another element of this is the confidence in the FAA. The FAA issued a certificate for human spaceflight that was issued just about 7 days ago. And I think what we haven't been talking about is the fact that these flights, both Virgin and Blue, are both been certified and are part of the FAA certification process. So this is a new process that's been literally developed over the last 15 years. And what Virgin flew and then what Blue is flying tomorrow are all part of that certification process. It's a big milestone for Blue and a big milestone for the FAA. Blue is going to fly their first commercial payload, paying commercial customers. And this is a great milestone for Blue, and I would also say for the rest of the industry.
Right. And of course, what's interesting is that you don't have to rely on government craft to get to space anymore. You can go through these private companies, but you do need to get that FAA certification if you want to fly. Now, Sean, one thing Gary told me is that the thing that keeps him up at night, the things that worry him are the unknowns. They have walked through every possible scenario that they can imagine. But what about those they can't imagine? What are the unknown unknowns? What are the risks here?
I think that's the $64,000 question, although inflated to $20. The unknowns are just actually putting the whole system together and flying it. The thing about the vehicle that Blue is flying tomorrow is that it's actually had two successful untended flights just with regular normal operations. So that this is actually the third flight of the New Shepard 4 vehicle. So they've retired a lot of the unknowns that get you when you pull the whole system together. So I think, from Blue's perspective and from, an outside observer's perspective, they've probably retired a lot of risk. But by flying these vehicles time and time again, we do uncover surprises. New Shepard 3 was actually flown 7 separate times as part of just regular payload experiments for the NASA Flight Opportunities, for academic programs. And so the Blue Origin team has a lot of experience under their belt. They've done repeat flights with a single vehicle. And I think we're probably going to see the same level of success with New Shepard 4 that we've seen with New Shepard 3 in the past.
Now, Blue Origin will compete directly with Virgin Galactic on the space tourism front, but they're also working on an orbital rocket, New Glenn, and with that they compete with SpaceX. How do you see Blue positioned with respect to SpaceX, given that SpaceX has won a lot of the more lucrative government contracts, the lunar lander contracts? And if Jeff Bezos pulls this off tomorrow, will that change the perception that NASA has of the company?
I think NASA has a fairly good relationship with Blue Origin. As I mentioned, through the Flight Opportunities Program, Jeff and the Blue Origin team is clearly focused on operations in low Earth orbit. As a student of Princeton, he's part of the O'Neill community, which is talking about large habitats in low Earth orbit. We have a number of companies. Axiom is one of them that I'm thinking about. That is coming online with a lot of NASA experience that's thinking about the next generation of space stations in low Earth orbit. Clearly, Blue has some catch up to do with regard to SpaceX. SpaceX has delivered both cargo and astronauts to the ISS. Blue should be in that position, and I believe Blue will be in that position in the years ahead once they begin the initial flights of their New Glenn vehicle.